Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope this video can make it a little bit better. The next video was taken as part of my streaming all of the content as soon as it came out. So there will be some limited interactions of me talking with chat and stuff like that. I'll try to cut out anything that's not really relevant to the video and try to refine it down for you. But just so you know, this was taken as part of stream. I hope you enjoy. If you want to see me playing any of this live, there's a link to my Twitch channel down below. Let's get into it. I hope you enjoy. We're going to try to go for Evelynn now. So we're going to go for the protectors on her. Siren's Call to make sure we get our Evelynn so she can hit the board and immediately try to level up. And I think we'll stick with the Tempest Blade. Because for one, we don't necessarily want to go for the rally to try to end too fast. I think Evelynn's going to have a couple issues. For one, I think it's just going to be faster for her to focus on her normal build and just try to end. And already you can really struggle with board space. And so trying to fit in 3 extra units can probably be a pain. Also, again, since you're summoning these units and not playing them, they will get your everywhere buffs right here. When you level up an ally champion, grant allies everywhere 2 power. That's solid. And you have a lot more champions you now can try to level, so these can further contribute to that. But especially if you have like a 6-star, you really want your units to get those husk buffs. And this is going to be somewhat fighting that because, for one, they're not going to get those buffs because you're normally getting summoned, not playing. But then also they're taking up room that you're not going to be able to generate husks in those spots. So it should be, again, fun. I don't really think it's going to be like nearly as crazy as it was for Nasus or as good for Lux. But we will try it out here. Who do we want to go for? Yeah, let's go ahead and go here. It's good test ground for it. All right, so let's see here for power. Nexus is tough. Phantom Pranks. We don't want something to take up our board space. This to give us a little bit of damage, which isn't bad. Normally, our Nexus shouldn't be taking damage. Normally. Yeah, this would be okay for a little bit of extra damage, but I want to get something a little bit better if we can. Your units have evolved should be pretty fun, so we can go there. And let's go for Spiderling. Now, for this build, we had to take off our spell shield, our black shield. So we are susceptible to our husks getting killed by spells, which isn't the best. So here we're gonna pass first, and of course we get punished with it. We didn't want to drop our unit and had it get immediately hit, but yeah, we got just punished for that right away. We'll try to drop our Evelynn. And yeah, we'll just have to take that hit. We tried to gamble with passing, and yeah, got super punished for it. All right, let's drop our steam here.
Ready for a little mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
In spirit woven in tapestry.
I think we'll still drop this here, kind of waiting to see what they want to play. All right, let's try to kill that unit so we don't have a blocker for our steam. Well, that worked out well.
Sink or scream.
I think we'll drop this guy, because he'll get a lot of stats, get another unit. And we can go ahead and attack like this, which will be a decent amount of damage. Yeah, not quite ending, but this should be okay.
Let's keep going.
So as long as they don't open attack, we'll be fine. Of course. Classic. Let's kill this ourselves. This will actually be fine, because we're about to stun their whole board. This should stun their whole board. Oh, we have to kill a husk. Right. Fine. So yeah, our unit's still dying. Not great, but then they all should be stunned, so this should be okay.
Be as loud.
Careful. So yeah, we just had a husk that got destroyed, essentially, which isn't the best. If we don't do anything, we'll be able to level down one more time. So even though I want to drop something here, spend some amount of mana. We probably shouldn't. That way we can get one more husk so we can level up one more time.
Back on the prowl.
Sure, let's drop this right here. We'll get one more stun. She'll level up and give us Scalio. One issue is we don't have Overwhelm or anything like that. Alright, GG. Kill an ally, destroy one of your mana gems. Not a huge fan of that. But it is better than the others, so... Oh well. Let's go for support cards. Double attack of Vex. Family reunion. I mean, we don't really care about support champions because we don't really plan on playing any of them, to be honest. I do like that drain effect, though. I might just do it for that. Yeah, sure. That's not too bad. I think let's go for Bright Steel. I think Mistwraith is going to have more removal. Probably want to go for the Spells chest, potentially. Let's get rid of most of these. We really want to get our Evelynn. We need Evelynn and more of our Husk cards. Although I guess, yeah, we're guaranteed to get our Evelynn. I guess we can drop this just because it's going to be a really big unit, or relatively big. But we'll pass for now. Not great that we didn't get one of our cheap Husk cards, because that means we can't level up this round, which is bad. If we drop Evelynn or any Husk card, the Fleet Feather Tracker is probably going to immediately kill them, which isn't great. We could go for Darkness, but we'd like to spend that mana on other things. Yeah, we've just been not having the best luck. I think we might just have to take this hit. Yeah, our Husk will die, but I think that's going to be too much damage. Yep, there goes our Husk. Let's drop this here so they can block and get a kill, but we don't want them to die.
My shield is yours.
Alright, let's drop Steam, and then maybe drop the other Steam,
Always, Eve.
so we can finally level up.
Mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
We're in this together.
Alright, let's let both these guys attack with their scout attack. And then we can attack like this. Alright, GG, that was a little rough. I didn't go for the Sparring Student. Double attack and overwhelm is nice. And then if we get the power that we summon this at game start, that would also be very good. Hello, Gark. Let's... I think let's actually go for the Monastery. So healing wouldn't be bad, but I think we'll try to improve our situation by cutting cards. We can get rid of Right and then go for Duelist. Let's get rid of both of these. We'll hold on to Siren Song and Mist. Oh, sounds like you're putting in crazy hours every week. It's... I want to pass because I don't want to get immediately hit with single combat.
Let us settle this.
Okay, good.
in civility.
Ain't no shadow.
Yeah, it is a decent amount of time. We'll just go ahead and pass. We have our Evelynn. It's a decent amount during the week, and then also most of the time I also need to be working on the weekends.
When you stop by.
But I mean, trying to do a job that most people would like kill for is, yeah, can't really complain. Alright, so this is actually a much better start. We haven't had anyone die other than like our Husks. We have to level our Evelynn without the enemy attacking. We could... Yeah, I think we will try to go for a Siren Song. They might do a single combat, but I think we'll still go for it. If you can try to get one of these off, it's pretty nice. Alright, free attack's not great. I see you an ally killing Husk. Sure, we can block here. She's pretty tanky. So we can go for our steam, get a bunch of husks. He's going to be massive. And then we're going to get our Garen to further buff everyone up. I mean, we could go for our scout attack, or we just attack and end. Okay, this was pretty good. Here we'll go for Solitude. Getting more of the husk generating cards is good, better than these other random ones. Let's see. Enemies have -1. That'll be nice. I think we're fine. Let's go for healer. We could heal, but we want to refine down our deck as much as possible. I think we'll actually get rid of Ceaseless. And let's go for Fiora. Yeah, this is okay. We can play our Solitude turn 1 because we'll have the 3 mana. Again, I really want to pass because I know Fiora has a challenge that she can just immediately try to kill one of our units. And we don't have Spell Shield anymore because we gave up Spell Shield for the Protectors. So we kind of need to pass, but if they pass back, we're kind of screwed. Okay, good. They blew all their mana. Let's drop the Solitude. And we can actually let this unit attack because we have the Evelynn relic. Alright, so here we need to drop our Evelynn. Perfect. So they didn't open attack. So we can drop Evelynn and level her.
Mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
I don't know if something Lux and Garen are as impressive as the whole board stun and rally.
Scream.
Yeah.
Back on the pro.
Alrighty. I think let's drop our steam. Get some good kills here because of our, or good scaling because of our husks. We'll level up and get our Garen. We could go for a last caress. I think we'll hold off for now though. Let's get our scout attack off. And then attacking like this, which we're doing a lot of damage. But again, the Garen and Lux, like we're overkilling them by a ton. And we could push a lot more damage. So it's not like they're adding enough at the moment that it's really worth it.
Can you stomach this?
Counter and strike.
GG. Yeah, I think for Evelynn, it's going to be, in most cases, a bit more detrimental. If we can level up these champions, though, and they can also contribute to the scaling, then it's going to be pretty good. But unlike some of these other champions, like Lux and Nasus, we don't really have good ways to level up these other units. So, like, if once we get Galio on the board, he's going to level, which is great. He's going to buff up our units. He's going to be able to give us rallies then. But normally at that point of the game is already decided. Maybe a 5-star Evelynn would make it look better, but still. I mean, yeah, 5-star Evelynn could be better because then you're not as focused on your husks, because your 6-star is 100% all your powers in your husks, or like that's the entire point of the 6-star. Here, I think we can go for sorcery. That'll be decent. We have some solid spells. Let's go for our champion item. So, Battlesmith. Alright, this can be okay. Although, actually, we don't have any. Oh, we don't have any cheaper units, but I guess we can drop Siren's Call. And we'll just pass. We don't want that to die right away. But when we drop our Evelynn, she'll be able to kill this and then stun them.
I'm always ready.
They blew all of their mana on that, so that's actually excellent for us.
Mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
Alright, we don't really have any other spells. Which isn't really the best. I think let's drop the Hardy Husk. And I think let's actually give it to our Sparring Student, because he has double attack and overwhelm, which is pretty nuts. And sure, let's drop this right here, just so we have a bunch of husks, so that whatever we drop is going to be very massive, because Evelynn's also going to make another one.
Let's keep going.
Let's go for our Steam. And again, the Garen is going to kill one of our husks, so it's actually somewhat fighting us. It's like, oh, we get Garen, and then the husk is gone with all those extra stats. Let's
Or scream.
get our scout attack off here. Nothing's actually needed. Because, like, this unit can one-shot them.
I love it when they scream.
And again, Garen and Lux are actually somewhat fighting against us. Alright, GG. Here, getting more copies of Siren Song is very good, especially since we have Sorcery now, so it's a lot more playable. Let's go for Savage Shield. I don't think I want any of those. Might get that Chamber of Renewal or Champion item. Sure, we can do this. Let's do a reroll, see if we get something kind of crazy. I think we're fine. Let's go up here. So Swift Wing. Yeah, it's like right now we have so much extra power from other things that our scaling per round, like the everywhere buffs from our 3-star, is not the main focus. All right, so we have the attack token. We can drop our Evelynn for free.
I'm always ready to play.
We could drop our Siren's Song to get another husk on the board. Also give them time to develop.
Finish you off.
I think we'll go for Solitude. This will stun their whole board.
Look, to me, look the wall.
Come to me. Scream for me. Yes, I fight.
All right, so that was really good turn 1 damage.
That's it. Scream for me. Let's keep going.
All right, that's actually very lucky they didn't open attack right there because they had a full board. Let's drop Steam, stun their whole board, get some good scaling going. We'll get Garen on our board. Which, again, the one issue here is since we have Garen on our board, Evelynn, when she down levels, generates another husk. So by our board being full, Garen is then keeping us from getting another husk, which is giving us a lot of scaling, which isn't necessarily the best. Oh well. Sure, we'll just let Evelynn kill that.
You're almost there. That was hot.
So yeah. Husk getting destroyed, which is actually going to be more stats than probably Garen or Lux. Let's go for our scout attack here. And guess we'll play this. Stun the whole board. Not that's really that needed. Hey look, Galio.
Okay.
Alright, GG. Let's go for Hate Spike, I suppose. And we don't really care about the Boro. It's going to be a little bit in the way, but it's still better than the others. We're already generating Evelynn. We can go for Phage. We already know we're getting her at the start of the game. Let's cut this unit. Normally want to play just our Husk ones. Let's go for Viego. This is fine. Let's... I want to try to pass because they have 6 mana. I feel like we're going to play something. Let's drop our Evelynn. Alright, they're out of mana. Let's drop our Siren Song, get another Husk going. Let's go for Solitude.
Oh, good. I get to watch Stone play. It almost worked on me. That's it. I love it when they scream.
Alright, solid damage.
That's it. Let's keep going.
That is annoying, but this only stops spells targeting Evelynn. So yeah, not really anything we can do there. I would like to get another Siren Song on the board, but I feel like that's not really going to be worth it. We need to be able to drop a unit to stun them.
Where's your lively better half?
Waiting on a meal, ma'am.
Careful, Lux.
Yeah, like right here, we could hold off on leveling up Evelynn. I think I kind of want the extra damage. Like Siren's Call, we'd be able to get another husk, but then Evelynn's also going to make a husk, so it's somewhat wasted. But this still buff up husks everywhere. I think we will go for it.
Fear is the first of many foes.
So we could drop a husk, get all these stats on them, but yeah, we probably do need the stun next round.
I want more.
I'm so low.
So one issue is they're at 10 mana. They potentially have like a ruination to kill everything we have. And we don't have spell shield on anyone. So this is potentially going to be pretty rough, but I feel like we have to get the stun off because we don't have overwhelm on any of these units.
I never thought of letting them come to me.
Well, there goes that unit, but at least they're completely stunned. All right, GG. As you see, like Lux and Garen are kind of smaller than most of our other units because they just don't scale up off of the husks. GG. All right, I didn't have high hopes for this one, and honestly, it was worse than I expected. I knew it was going to be not great, but there's a lot that's going on here. For one, for Evelynn, there's so many good relics you want to be using on her. So sacrificing any of those is already a massive detriment. So to replace one of the relics you really like, it has to be really, really good. This one, the champions you're generating, for one, I don't think we leveled up a single one of those champions throughout the entire adventure. So they're actually not contributing towards scaling up all of our units. If you're like playing a lower level Evelynn, your matches are going on longer, then it potentially could be good if you can try to level them up. Especially if you have 6-star Evelynn, I think this is absolutely terrible, because your main source of scaling is your husks. That's what your entire 6-star is about, is doubling the benefit of your husks. And these units don't get husks because they're summoned, they're not played. And you have to do the husks getting killed is essentially a play effect. So they're not really scaling up. They're taking up space on your board, so then you're not able to generate more husks. So then you're losing out on all of those stats. So essentially these champions are just getting in your way, and it's all around pretty terrible. You're not getting a better relic in that slot, and then this is just filling up your board with units that are often smaller than your other units, and they're keeping you from getting other bigger units because they're taking up spots for your husks. So overall, pretty terrible relic, unless you're like a 3-star Evelynn and you're going in longer matches and you need more scaling from other champions and you're going to really try to play around getting those strikes off. Because the thing is, if this went on another like couple rounds and we weren't going against enemies that were just going to absolutely destroy us, then yeah, you can level up Garen. He just gets 2 strikes off, so that's going to take a couple rounds, but then he's leveled. He's now giving you a rally every round. He's able to give you an extra 2/2 for all your units everywhere from your 3-star. Same with Galio. He hits the board. He's pretty much guaranteed to level next round. He gives you more rallies. So if you are having games go super long and you need that extra scaling, you could get it, but that's in a very limited case, and so you have to be a pretty low level Evelynn for that really to come online. And even then, going for a different relic is probably going to help you more than this will. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, like, subscribe. Always appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day.